When the steel torrent composed of 14 majestic ships splits the blue waves, when the whole 220,000 tons of majestic power in the vast sea border cast an unshakable figure, ask today's world. There is a sea force which can face this aircraft carrier. Fujian is the core of the iron and steel division, but not to take a breath for it. Fujian ship, this completely by the Chinese independent design and construction of the country's heavy weapons, full load displacement of more than 80,000 tons, has been a well-deserved oriental giant whale. Its core soul is the era-leading electromagnetic catapult system. Once upon a time, the clumsiness and limitations of steam catapult bound the power of the ship's aircraft. Now the electromagnetic power replaces the hissing of steam, like the invisible hand of a giant, instantly giving the warplane a thunderous acceleration. The gap of efficiency has been crossed. Imagine that the wide deck is densely packed with fighters like swarms of bees, but the electromagnetic catapult device can send dozens of steel eagles into the sky with precision and speed in a matter of minutes. This is not just a revolution in takeoff, it means shorter response time, higher mobilization intensity, more flexible rhythm of strategic strikes, completely reconstructing the rules of the sea and air game. Above deck, the Fujian ship carries the air power, which is its daunting fangs. Heavy shipboard fighter J-15, with its strong mounting and air control capabilities, firmly control the air control of the theater. More remarkable is the stealth ability of the J-35, which is like a ghost in the dark night, quietly penetrate the enemy's tight air defense network to carry out a fatal attack. In addition to the powerful air combat force, the shipborne early warning aircraft is like the formation of high-hanging, eye in the sky, with its unparalleled detection radius and information fusion capabilities, to build up an air situation map covering hundreds of kilometers, commanding the air fleet as if it were a finger in the air. Together with the increasingly mature drone cluster, Fujian ship's airstrike system has formed a set of early warning, command, reconnaissance, attack and one of the three-dimensional combat network, truly realizing the true meaning of modern sea and air warfare, discovery that is destroyed. However, an aircraft carrier is not a lone wolf, even if it is powerful. Fujian can be transformed into a real master of the sea, inseparable from the side of the 13 battle-hardened, each with the skills of the brother ship, composed of Iron Wall 55 Type 10,000 tons of guided missile destroyer, is undoubtedly the most dazzling escort force in the vanguard. Its huge body of 10,000 tons contains 112 general-purpose vertical launching units, known as the Mobile Sea Arsenal. These launchers are like giants with 100 arms, and can be flexibly loaded with a variety of weapons, from long-range area air defense missiles to anti-ship, anti-submarine, and even land attack cruise missiles. The ship integrated cutting-edge large phased array radar, detection range of hundreds of kilometers, very high precision, for the entire formation to hold up a piece of impermeable, golden bell shield, so that any dare to attack the air target, whether it is a high-speed breakout aircraft, or quietly to the missiles, are hard to escape the fate of being precisely intercepted and shattered in the air. Behind the 055 is the diligent and efficient 054, a missile frigate. They are a little less tonnage, but known for their high firepower density, especially focused on medium and short-range anti-aircraft and anti-submarine warfare, as woven in the formation of the outer perimeter of a thin and tough Skynet, and the 055's long-range defense constitutes a distinctive hierarchy, a combination of far and near the three-dimensional air defense system. When potential threats try to launch a sneak attack from the dark and deep seabed, the 093 type attack nuclear submarines in the formation will be transformed into a deadly hunter in the depths of the ocean. They are as stealthy as a phantom, equipped with advanced sonar arrays that can accurately capture the traces of underwater targets. Such a huge maritime cluster riding in the ocean for a long time, high intensity, the logistical support is an unprecedented test. At this time, the Type 901 comprehensive supply vessel, a logistic giant, shows its irreplaceable value. Its huge loading capacity is enough to support the entire carrier formation to carry out several months of oceanic deployment without frequent docking for replenishment. When the Fujian sits in the center, with its strong air command ability to coordinate the whole situation, when the 055 destroyer out of the early warning, with its divine shield of the might of the deterrent, when the 054 frigate guards the flanks, 093 nuclear submarines in the deep blue under the silent cruising, 901 supply ship solid protection of the back road, the 14 warships will be one, constituting a super combat system of 360-degree no dead angle of both offense and defense, combination of near and far, sea, air and submarine synergy. Between them, information flows at high speed, firepower seamlessly, like a sophisticated war machine. The individual power will be fused beyond the simple addition of the majestic power. This 220,000 tons of steel torrent, which contains the actual combat capability, is enough to make any opponent chilling. In the field of air defense, the entire formation is equipped with a staggering number of various types of air defense missiles, together with the multi-level radar network with the ability to simultaneously guide and intercept hundreds of high-speed, highly mobile targets. The diameter of its defense circle easily crosses the 1,000-kilometer mark, and the probability of survival of any air force attempting to break into this no-go area constructed by firepower and airwaves will become negligible. Strong air defense capability is the cornerstone of the carrier group's survival and combat power. Anti-submarine warfare. 093 nuclear submarines and surface ships of advanced towed array sonar, hull sonar constitute a tight underwater listening network, supplemented by shipborne anti-submarine helicopters maneuvering hunting the formation of enemy submarines suffocated by the dragnet. The anti-submarine detection accuracy and rapid response capability demonstrated by the formation is enough to make it difficult for the most advanced enemy submarines to launch a fatal attack silently. The argument that carriers are afraid of submarine sneak attacks pales in comparison to this highly alert and well-equipped formation. As for the ability to strike the sea and land, the 055 destroyers and the fleet of long-range heavy anti-ship missiles and land attack cruise missiles carried by the fleet have a range of hundreds or even thousands of kilometers. Its firepower is dense, high precision, enough in a very short period of time on the enemy's large fleet, key shore nodes or solid island bases to implement a devastating saturation attack. The entire formation has thousands of missiles in reserve, ensuring the amazing firepower resilience for sustained high-intensity operations. The strategic significance of the Fujian carrier formation's emergence and regular deployment has long exceeded its mere military presence. It represents that the Chinese Navy has formally entered the ranks of the world's top blue water navy, with the ability to carry out complex strategic missions in distant seas and oceans, and effectively safeguard the core interests of the country. In the turbulent waters of the Asia-Pacific, this 220,000 tons of steel, as the backbone of the mobile fortress, its existence itself is the most weighty strategic weight. Looking at the global naval power, the U.S. Carrier Strike Group has long been regarded as the benchmark. However, with the advantage of electromagnetic catapulting, the superiority of carrier aircraft mobilization rate, the excellent performance of 055 destroyer and platform sophistication and firepower density, and the systematic combat efficiency brought by the high degree of informatization and autonomy of the whole fleet, the comprehensive combat power of Fujian has already been enough to match or even surpass the U.S. medium-sized aircraft carrier strike group in some key areas. With 14 steel giants and 220,000 tons of mountainous power, when the Fujian aircraft carrier formation plows its way through the deep blue, it carries not only a nation's long-cherished wish of going to the sea to build up strength, but also the majestic strength to safeguard peace and deter the small. It declares to the world that in the vast Pacific Ocean, and even the global ocean chess game, the Chinese Navy is already an indispensable and important top chess player. This fully independent forging of the sea ace, with its unrivaled sharpness, for this era carved a brand new mark belonging to the East,